The Quranic text, Surah Yasin 36:38-40. And the sun runs its course towards its destined resting point. That is the design of the Almighty, the All-Knowing. And for the moon we have decreed phases, until it ends up like an old withered palm branch. It is not for the sun to overtake the moon, nor can the night outrun the day. Each celestial body floats in its own orbit. An introduction to the surah and the context of the verses. These verses are part of Surah Yasin, a Meccan chapter that focuses on the core tenets of Islamic creed, divine oneness, prophethood, and resurrection. Positioned at the heart of the surah, they serve as profound evidence of God's omnipotent power and wisdom in governing the cosmos, thereby affirming the truth of the Prophet Muhammad's message and strengthening faith in the hereafter. For he who orchestrated this magnificent system is undoubtedly capable of resurrecting creation. A detailed exegesis. 1. Verse 38. And the sun runs its course towards its destined resting point. That is the design of the Almighty, the All-Knowing. And the sun runs. Literally, the verb runs denotes continuous and swift motion. This choice of word, implying purposeful movement, has been profoundly affirmed by modern science, which reveals the sun moving at tremendous speed through the Milky Way galaxy while also rotating on its own axis. Miraculous indication, the Quran challenged the prevailing understanding of the time, which considered the sun a stationary body, by explicitly stating its motion towards its destined resting point. Scholarly interpretations of resting point. 1. A temporal end, referring to a preordained term, the end of temporal life. Its resting point is the day of judgment, when its motion will cease or it will be folded up as mentioned in other verses. 2. A spatial location, a specific place in space towards which the sun proceeds along a predetermined path. This could also refer to the point of its daily setting, though the former interpretation is more comprehensive. That is the design of the Almighty, the All-Knowing. Design, from the root meaning to measure, it signifies precise ordaining, regulation, and calibration. The sun's motion is not random but calculated with utmost precision according to a constant system and law. The Almighty, the dominant one who cannot be overcome, his power is absolute in governing these colossal celestial bodies. The All-Knowing, his knowledge encompasses all things. He knows their trajectories, masses, velocities, and timelines. Significance. This verse establishes that the sun operates according to a preordained and precise system, serving as proof of God's oneness and his absolute power. 2. Verse 39. And for the moon we have decreed phases, until it ends up like an old withered palm branch. And for the moon we have decreed phases. We have ordained it with a precise calculation. Phases, literally stations or mansions. These are the 28 distinct stages the moon passes through in its orbit around the earth, for example, At-Thuraya, Al-Butain. In each the moon appears in a different phase, until it ends up like an old withered palm branch. Palm branch, the curved stalk of a date cluster. Old withered, dry, faded, and thin. The rhetorical imagery, a precise and beautiful simile for the faint curved crescent of the new moon. The waning crescent, which resembles a dry curved palm stalk. This imagery masterfully depicts the culmination of the moon's monthly cycle. Significance. This demonstrates the meticulous order and divine power manifest in the moon's gradual phases, which are instrumental in calculating months and time, bearing witness to the perfection of creation. 3. Verse 40. It is not for the sun to overtake the moon, nor can the night outrun the day. Each celestial body floats in its own orbit. It is not for the sun to overtake the moon. Meaning, it is not befitting for the sun to catch up with the moon so that they converge in time or space, which would cause chaos in the cosmic order. Scientific indication. Each celestial body has a specific path in orbit it cannot transgress, thus preventing collision. This reflects the laws of celestial mechanics that preserve the universe from chaos and impact. Nor can the night outrun the day, meaning the night cannot precede the day, arriving before it or superseding it. Each has a fixed appointed time, succeeding each other in a regular orderly sequence. Significance. It affirms the precise system governing the alternation of night and day, a consequence of the Earth's rotation on its axis relative to the Sun. Each celestial body floats in its own orbit. Each encompasses the Sun, the Moon, planets, stars, and galaxies. In its own orbit within a specific path or trajectory. Floats. They move in a swift, smooth, and effortless motion, as if gliding through a fluid. This term evokes the image of these massive bodies moving with grace and ease through the vastness of space. Significance. This concluding statement is a profound summation. All celestial bodies are in constant regulated motion within their designated orbits, which do not conflict. Key takeaways and benefits derived from the verses. 1. Scientific miraculousness. The Quran's description of the sun, moon, and cosmos corresponds with scientific facts discovered centuries later, proving its divine origin from the creator of the universe. 2. Evidence of divine oneness. This miraculous system is conclusive proof of the existence of one creator, almighty, all-knowing, all-powerful, all-wise, and the supreme organizer of this universe. 3. Strengthening faith in resurrection. The one who ordained this magnificent system is undoubtedly capable of resurrecting creation on the day of judgment. 4. Affirming divine wisdom and precision. Nothing in God's creation is futile, everything is created with perfect measure and wisdom. 5. Encouraging contemplation. These verses urge humanity to observe the universe and reflect upon God's magnificent craftsmanship, which strengthens and deepens faith. 6. Regulating time. The system of the sun and moon is the basis for calculating years, months, and days, as stated elsewhere in the Quran. It is He who made the sun a radiance and the moon a light, and determined for it phases that you may know the number of years and account of time. Conclusion. These three verses constitute a magnificent cosmic portrait depicting with precision and conciseness the impeccable order of the universe. They offer tangible, visible proof for every human being of God's existence, His oneness, and His majesty. They invite mankind to contemplate this system, to increase in faith, remain steadfast upon God's command, and utilize this perspective of divine oneness to comprehend life and the universe.